Are you tired of the dupe police? Do you think it's okay to not spend your money on these if you can get the same effect with these? If you're the type of person that thinks a product isn't a real dupe because one micro ingredient is different, you can click off this video right now. I don't need a microscope to buy an affordable alternative. Dupe police, step aside. If my eyes can't tell the difference, then neither can yours. To me, if it looks the same, feels the same, it's a dupe. If you can't tell the difference in natural lighting on a real human face, then why are some people losing their minds over what a dupe actually is? Some people will say, well, the ingredients aren't even the same, or the packaging is slightly different. So what is a dupe? Let's get into it. Today we're tackling one of the makeup world's biggest battlegrounds and talk about the good, the bad and the downright ugly arguments people have about dupes. Let's take a high-end foundation. This is the Prada Reveal and this is the Rhode Glazing Milk. I normally use a little bit of both. Enter the Bioma Hydrating Milky Moisturiser and the e.l.f. Soft Glam. I'm going to apply the luxury side on this side and I'm going to apply my dupes on this side. And here we go, Prada and Rhode this side and e.l.f. and Bioma this side. In my opinion, dupes don't need identical lab ingredients and they don't need to copy the packaging. It gives you the same look, the same vibe and the same confidence without draining your bank account. Can you tell the difference? The e.l.f. gives you a very, very similar breathable medium coverage satin for a fraction of the cost. And the Bioma is slightly more glowy than the Rhode. Are the ingredients exactly the same? No. Does it look the same without a microscope? Yeah, I think so. And I used all of the Prada and only some of the e.l.f. What does that tell you? I'm not a professional makeup artist and I don't work backstage at Paris Fashion Week and I'm definitely not a cosmetic chemist, but I have been a makeup wearer and lover for more than 20 years and I love my luxury products, but I love finding what I call a dupe. To me, if a budget product does the exact same job on a real human face in real life, it's a dupe. Dupes allow us to experiment, to play with really bold colours and unusual looks, and keep up with trends without the heavy financial guilt. I'm not going to do a full half face of dupes on this side because we'll be here for days, but I will apply some of my favourite products and suggest some dupes along the way. And we'll find out whether the e.l.f. and Bioma side lives up to the Prada and Rhode side. This is my Prada blush in Cherry. You can also use the Honest Beauty Cream Cheek and lip colour in Rose Pink or Coral Peach. Formula wise, it dries down to a pore blurring finish that really mimics this Prada texture. It sits really nicely on the e.l.f. side as well as the Prada Reveal side. Next up, I'm using my Prada in Cafe. And yeah, these two are the colours that Ernesto Casillas used on one of Zendaya's red carpet looks. An excellent budget-friendly dupe for this particular shade is the e.l.f. Putty Blush. It gives the same terracotta finish with a red brick undertone as the Prada. And formula-wise, it's a cream to powder which transforms into a beautiful matte finish. Exact dupe? Who cares? If you've been here before, there'll be no surprise that I've got Marc Jacobs Extra on my list of favourites. And I've got some great dupes. You can just swipe this on. It's high shine, massive payoff, one and done. 3 strokes, look, it's done. And that is a beautiful sheared out version. Or you can build it up. You can also use Colourpop's Super Shock Shadow in Cheap Date, or Half Magic's One Swipe Colour in Tickle Spell, or Urban Decay's Mono Eyeshadow in Gold. So why do people get so angry about it? Sometimes you can call something a dupe and maybe it's not exact, and suddenly the comments are flooded with, Well, actually, the luxury one has got 2% less Edelweiss extract in it. Literally, who cares? Let's be real, at 8 o'clock on a Tuesday morning, you're going to work, no one's guessing the chemical purity of your hyaluronic acid. They're just looking at great cheekbones. I'm going to use my Lisa Eldridge Marilyn Monroe Butterfly Light. For a cosmetic chemist or a high-end collector, a dupe might strictly mean a formula clone. But for the rest of us, humans navigating the world in this economy, that definition is completely useless. To a consumer, that's me, a dupe is a functional alternative. For instance, a good dupe that I use quite often for this is this. It's the L'Oreal Lumila Glass Highlighter, and it's a fraction of the price. I don't really care if the luxury version has a fantastic closing mechanism and the cheap one has plastic packaging. I'm wearing the makeup on my face, not the packaging. I think the beauty industry relies on the fact that we all think that we can't look this good without paying luxury prices. And when a drugstore brand proves that theory wrong, it disrupts the illusion. I'm just going to finish my eyes with this is the Prada pencil in Menta, which is mint. And I'm just going to add a little bit to my inner corner. A great dupe for this is Pixie's Silky Eye Pen in Pixie Green, which is $12, and this is $35. Before we finish on lips, let me just tell you, my concealer, I don't have dupes because I just use Maybelline. Yes, I've tried the Natasha Denona. Yes, I've tried the Charlotte Tilbury. None of them work for me the way that this really inexpensive concealer works. Mascara wise, I've used every single luxury mascara, whether it's Lancome, whether it's YSL, whether it's Prada actually, and nothing beats my Essence Primer topped with a little bit of the L'Oreal Telescopic. Finally, lips. I'm just going to use a tiny bit of Prada lip balm. A good dupe, the Physicians Formula Diamond pH Lip Plumper in the blue shade, and it's $8, not $50. And this brings me to the heart of why I feel so passionate about this. Makeup is a form of self-expression and a daily ritual that brings many of us a lot of joy. It can be magical and takes us into a completely different headspace. No one should feel excluded from that joy, especially if there's a luxury price tag involved. When we find functional dupes, we break down that barrier. Whether you're a student saving up your money, or you're a mum or a dad who's balancing household bills, or someone who simply thinks that spending $50 on a highlighter is absolutely wild. We all deserve to feel that lit from within glow. High-end products are a lovely luxury if you want to treat yourself, but they're not a requirement for beauty or pleasure. So I want to pass the mic over to you. What do you think is a dupe? Are you a formula perfectionist? Or are you like me? Do you think that 80% is close enough? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's get a conversation going. I hope you've enjoyed this little rant of mine, and I hope you like the look and know that it's achievable for much less. The budget foundation has not moved, reacts exactly the same to the products that I've put on top as the Prada. Do give me a like if you've enjoyed this, subscribe if you haven't. I upload at least once a week, and I'll see you in the next one.